welcome to Anifile, the show where I usually bring you stuff about all the good anime about Japan, the land of the rising sun. But, not today, no. What I'm about to show you is probably one of the most pathetic anime that I've ever seen. Not because it's just weird and wrong, downright wrong. Its premise is really, really flawed. And when you get something that's wrong to the highest degree, and flawed in its premise, then you've got something utterly downright pointless. So what's the anime? Oh, it's a little thing called Moe-tan.
Moe-tan began as a series of English word books in 2003 published by Sansai Books. These books contain the adventures of a girl called Ink and her friend Nao. The intention was to combine anime characters and English tuition. However, the results weren't that impressive, and actually kind of weird.
Now gather round, class, and let me teach you some English, courtesy of Moe-tan and her friends. She is the moeiest of lovely English teacher in the world. And, now listen to me on this one, they say the lunatic people edit the English word book.
These are just two examples of the broken English at play in this whole exercise book. It's not a suitable means of learning English, so...
Well, okay. So what do you do to sell your flagging product? Well, make an anime character and a series about it, of course.
The originality is through the roof.
Also, Moe-tan? Really? They're not even trying to hide it. Yes, I know it's an abbreviation of this phrase, but still. It's showing its anime roots. Ugh. Let's just play the thing. Don't say I didn't warn you.
Our first shot is one of the magician being put on trial. His name is Ark, and he's clearly an important plot device as he escapes the kingdom with little resistance. We then cut to our leading lady Ink, who's got a crush on fellow student Nao, and is incredibly nervous about it.
Oh, look at her. She's got a great school crush. Oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah. Nao is way taller and older than her? What's going on? Either way, she misses him and trips over chasing him before she's met with the strange and weird guy in a trench coat.
Oh, no. I'm done with...
Fortunately, a cop walks by and scares him off. He tells Ink to not cry and run along to primary school, where she drops the biggest bombshell and sets off the biggest alarm bell ever. Right. Well, we cut to school and the surreality of the situation becomes apparent when all her other classmates look their ages. Ink's friends call Nao over and he treats her like a little kid.
Now this may be a bit of a stretch here, but that's probably because she looks like a freaking kid! She keeps going on that she's 17, and I believe that like I believe the world is made of cheese.
Patronising continues with her teacher leaning over, telling her she's the best in class. Meanwhile, the escapee wizard Ark is caught and sent through a portal to receive more training from an unknown voice. As he's falling through nothing, Ink is assaulted by basketballs, and her teeny stature is exacerbated further when the antagonist Sumi appears and... Oh!
They're multiplying? God damn the show!
Yep, Sumi has a case of lollyitis. Sure. The pair bicker like primary school kids.
Because they are.
Later, Ink tries to ask Nao whether they could walk home together, realizing her dream of Nao going to university with her and getting married. Her dreams are swiftly crushed. Nao is a lazy and delinquent student. To combat this, Ink runs to a temple and makes a wish for Nao to pull through and get into university. She suddenly hears a scream followed by a duck falling from the sky.
Well, Ink, you better duck.
Oh, come on, this anime is terrible. I gotta find some jokes in this. The duck is Ark. I can tell this because he has the same hat and he has the same attitude problem. He doesn't know he's a duck before Ink pulls out the convenient mirror. I'm not talking about a little compact, it's like a sheet. I mean, where the hell does she get that? And what kind of girl would actually carry that? She takes Ark back to her house, and it's there where he realizes his training is taking place on our world.
Yeah, we get where this is going.
What?
I did not expect that.
She quickly realizes that with these powers, she can get Nao to study properly and go to university, as well as help others in the process, but mostly Nao. Right. He hands her a magical phone, and in a fit of self-parody, Ark tells her to just say, transform. She then does her thing.
No! What the hell? It's not even trying to hide itself. This is completely wrong. Not right in the slightest. Moe-tan is really creepy.
Ark then spouts off that his lolly energy is reaching its maximum output whilst drooling as Ink watches on. Thankfully, thankfully she moves the topic over to Naokun, and this is a good time to show off her stuff, and how she can use certain powers, such as flying, which does... that. Meanwhile, Nao is playing games before being distracted by an incoming crotch attack. She introduces herself before being thrown out. She manages, however, to coax him into letting her teach him English, and eventually they start to get close, as well as finally learn some English. About 20 minutes in, and learning how to borrow anime episodes.
Please support the official release!
Ark then finds a dirty magazine, and then more sexy stuff, and embarrasses Ink something chronic. She then finds a topless figure, and this pushes Nao over the edge, and he chucks her and Ark out. She retreats to her bath and vows to use her powers for good, and getting Nao into college. And Ark breaks into the bathroom in order to further degrade the show before the episode ends. Oh my god.
This anime is so shameless!
Moe-tan is probably one of the most self-aware and perverted mainstream anime I've ever seen. It's not a hentai, but it may as well be mature. The detailing on Ink's anatomy is way too high to be coincidental, and the whole gimmick of her and Sumi looking like little kids wears thin and is barely explained, if at all. It's merely a nod to the lolicon demographic, and it's disturbing. It doesn't help that the show doesn't try to hide itself. It's a straight-up moe show. The whole idea behind it is to teach Otaku how to speak and write English, and although the idea is decent, the execution is dire. It's an exercise of how to appeal to the lowest common denominator because it sold well and Otaku buy it despite its inconsistent English quality. Come on guys, have some respect!
The animation may not be terrible, but that doesn't excuse this show from being wrong and just god-awful. It doesn't help that the main character has to constantly convince the audience that she's 17 where she looks 10. That really shouldn't be there to sell a book. Somebody had to draw that. Some people had to draw that. And some people are watching it and loving it. It just feels like it's pandering towards an audience. And it's just... All I can say is that it gets worse from here. Episode 1, oh, no, it gets worse. Ark is a massive pervert, and he shows that off a lot. You think he was bad in this one? Wait till you get to later, if you decide to watch. And I pray for you. I really do. Okay, I'm done with this. So, until next time, guys, catch you later. And man, I really need a shower after that.
I would just like to say a special thank you to all my Patreon backers out there. With your support, Anifile is now back in business. Thank you once again.